Hello everyone! It is Friday. I hope you guys are doing amazing today. So DC here and welcome to my story time. So if you're watching me live from TikTok, you're on Facebook, you are in YouTube, wherever you're watching, welcome. I'm hoping you guys are doing amazing. We're going to have an amazing time. I'm working on we're going to slow down so I can do this live reading. We're going to do the live reading today of A Desperate Cat Lady. So I know for the last couple of weeks, I'm super proud of me because for the last couple of weeks, this is going to be reading number 4. We have been doing a whole bunch of fun urban fantasy, which is really exciting. Today, I'm going to switch it up for everybody. I'm going to do my dark humor, comedy, all that fun stuff, which is Cat Lady series and all of the madness with them. And because the latest book that came out is A Desperate Cat Lady, is the one we're going to start. Fun thing about the series is there's book number 2, you really don't have to read them in order if you don't want to. So if you're a person that has to read in a series, then absolutely go ahead, pick up book number 1, the Cat Lady Special. You get the backstory of all these ladies and all the madness that comes with that. But we're going to do book 2. Why not? So basically it is story time. Grab your favorite drink, whatever it might be. So the fabulous Miss Jamie, who you guys know I do TikTok lives with her on Thursday, decided to give me a challenge, which I'm like, what was I thinking? So she said, why don't you match your drinks to the book? And lately I have been doing my Kahlua special, which is basically a Kahlua milkshake, which is delicious. This time I decided to do it in Irish cream. Angela's addicted to coffee. So in honor of Angela, because we love her so much, decided to do, I was like, why not? Unfortunately, as I realized this afternoon, I have never made an Irish cream. I had no idea it was in an Irish cream. I was like, this could be a challenge. So I have been bartending for the last couple hours trying to make sure that I get this right and that I can figure it out. So I have given this a try. So for anybody who is an Irish cream fan, let's see if I got this right. And I'm going to also make sure that I say hi. So the fabulous Miss Nola, hi sweetie, welcome. If you're chatting with me, make sure you put your comments in there. I'll make sure to say hi. The one thing about this drink that I wasn't prepared is it happens to be warm. It is 100 degrees in Texas. So I have water and a drink and see how we do. And of all the times that I decided that I shouldn't do a Kahlua milkshake, which would have been perfect, we're doing a little different. My original take before, if your guys are definitely, as they say, straight to the tea people, you want to jump into the book, give me a few seconds so we can all get it, because I figure I'll give you a little insight. This is experiment number 3. I started with Bailey's and I decided I didn't like it. So we're doing coffee with Kahlua and of course some cream. The good news about it is it's espresso. Since I'm Dominican, decided to go for an espresso. So I don't know if this is going to be an upper or a downer. So we're going to find out as we go. So cheers, my friends. Okay, not bad. I had some question marks since I'm actually not really good at not bad at all. So we're going to do it in Desperate Cat Lady. Book 2 in the Cat Lady series. Book 1 takes place in October. Year you get to pick. This is actually in January. Angela and the Silver Hair Again, which is amazing. Her family, her friends, have been running guns. So I'm going to bring you up to speed, kind of give you an insight. And like usual, remember, book time is for me to give you some insights into the books, the madness that was happening behind the scenes, and fill you in on any questions. So if you have questions, make sure you put them in the chat. I've been looking on both devices to see how we do. And we're going to get started. By the way, I made cute little bookmarks. Super, super cute. So let's get going. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. Oh, the good news is that the readings, what I'm going to be definitely doing is I'm going to be posting kind of the short of just the edited version of the reading. So if it's coming in and out, I know Nola's having some issues. I'll be here. Hopefully you get to catch it. Give me some questions. Derek says hello. Definitely an upper. Who you will see. Aren't the bookmarks adorable? It is actually, because I'm definitely spending way too much time. See? I should make one for Desperate Cat Lady, because Desperate, look at all the attitude this girl has. And as we get started with this one, you will understand that Angela is having a time of her life. Probably, I don't know, hopefully good or bad. So let's get started, everyone. Let's see what we do. If you have any questions, let me know. Ooh, coffee. I ended up doing for the coffee questions that came up. It is a Mustelo, which is a Spanish espresso with Kahlua and absolutely some cream. And because I'm a sweet kind of girl, it had to have some sweets, or else we will have some issues. So yes, there's so much sass in here, guys. It's not even funny. So have some fun, grab a drink, whatever you guys are doing. Let's get started in Angela. And this is probably one of my favorite readings, and it's a little bit definitely on the wild side. So be prepared. Let's see what we do. Chapter 1. I'm going to start from the beginning. Why not? Chapter 1. I'm going to die. Forget dying. I'm going to kill Minnie. Angie, dear, we will never win the gold at this pace, Minnie had the nerve to tell me. It's 7 a.m. on a Saturday. I should be asleep instead of running in these woods, I replied, out of breath. You aren't running. You're barely shuffling your feet, dear. Hurry up, said Minnie. How was it possible that the 80-something-year-old granny was outpacing me? I was at least 40 years younger, and she was killing me. Minnie, why don't you do the race alone? I'm just holding you back. I stopped running and held my hands over my head, trying to get more air. Are you crazy? Minnie ran circles around me. No respectable lady shows up alone. I don't want to run a 5K, I whined. I was out of breath and out of shame. Whining was not beneath me now. Angela, you're 45 years old. Get a grip on yourself. Minnie lectured me, staring at the trail ahead of us. We're doing the 5K. We will win. You know why? Because I will show that know-it-all Gail who runs things around here. Now, let's go. I'm going to die, a huff. You will not die. Stop being dramatic. Minnie dragged me down the trail, not waiting for an answer. We have 2 months to train, and you need to be in tip-top shape to keep up with me. In case you're wondering, yes, she is 80 years old and dragging poor Angela down this trail. So have some pity for Angela because she's just slowly suffering in her own pain. 2 months of early morning running sessions, followed by weight trainings with Jesus, were enough to shatter my spirits. It was a blessing we live in East Texas, and the temperatures for mid-February was in the 50s. Even with a cool breeze, sweat ran down my back, and my poor hair was matted to my face. This was horrible punishments. I was paying penance for my underground life as an arms dealer. I stumbled and landed headfirst on the ground. That's what I get for being distracted in my pity party and not paying attention to where I was going. Angie, dear, how did you end up there? Minnie bent over and lifted my face. Did you break anything? Just my pride. I grumbled, rolling over. I think I tripped over a root or something. Unless roots wear shoes, I don't think that's what you trip over. Minnie pointed at a pair of candy apple red palms that was laying on top of her. Oh God! I jumped off the body in one swift motion, not sure how I managed that feat. We need to work on your bravery, dear, Minnie said, shaking her head. You trip over a dead body and tell me how you'll react. I scrubbed my hands on my pants, and my heart started beating like a marching band drum. She could be alive, said Minnie, looking over my shoulders at the body. I looked at Minnie incredulous, but kept my mouth shut. It was not polite to disrespect your elders, even when they were nuts. So this is a lot more of how respectful we are. You know, we're different generations here, but so much about our elders, and I was definitely raised to be respectful. Hi dear, I am doing a reading of A Desperate Cat Lady, which is book 2 in the Cat Lady series. So this is what we're reading, and we're in chapter 1, which is completely different. So if everybody's been watching, I do lots of urban fantasies, and I'm a multi-genre author. So I switch back and forth. These are my girls. They're absolutely insane. And for anybody who can see it, so TikTok can see it. While I'm doing Cat Ladies, I know I have a Reaper shirt, but I figure I will represent all the worlds together. So this is where we're at. So we're doing Cat Lady. And Angela, for anybody just jumping in, just happened to be tripped over a dead body. And Minnie, who happens to be 80 plus, is lecturing her because Angela is having a bad day. We're just going to put there. So Angela looks at back. Remember, she's still trying to be a good girl. She's still trying to be respectful. She's still trying to do all those things while facing a dead body and her crazy friend who's trying to make her run a 5K. Which, by the way, I'm 44, not interested in running 5K anymore. So Angela, you have my heart. So let's see where she's at. Check to see if she's okay. Minnie pushed me forth. Why me? I refused to move. Because you're younger and can get down there faster, Minnie replied, giving me another push. You're the one leading the way in this mile-long training session, I counter. Angela, do you really want me to get down there and get my jogging suit dirty? Minnie modeled her immaculate suit for me. You're already dirty and covered in dirt. And you know what else? You should do it. I looked down at my clothes in disgust. Compared to Minnie, I was filthy. She had a matching red workout suit with red pumas and shimmering red lipstick. How did this woman look that stylish and sporty at the same time was beyond me. Mine reflected my opinion on the entire thing. Wrinkle and unconcern. Fine, I conceded with an exhausted huff. Most of the upper body was hidden behind a large pine. Dirt and branches were strewn on the back of the woman, camouflaging a bit from the trail. I bent down and pulled down some of the debris off her. Her body was still warm. So I hurried to clear the rest of the stuff. Maybe Minnie was right, and she was still alive. Ma'am, can you hear me? I shouted urgently, hoping for a reaction. I slowly turned her over, trying not to cause any more damage. I guess you're right. She is dead, said Minnie, backing away. Oh, God, I held my breath, forcing myself not to puke. I landed on my butt, trying to get away from the corpse. Someone had bashed her face. There was nothing left to recognize the poor soul. The smell of blood penetrated my nostrils. My stomach turned in revulsion. My gut reflexes kicked in, and I turned to the side to avoid vomiting on the body. Minnie, we need to get out of here and call the cops, I mumbled, forcing air through my mouth. Why don't we call them now? Minnie asked. I don't have a phone with me, I replied. Why will you ever leave your house without a phone, honey? Minnie scolded. This was going to be a long day. Besides, here we go. Besides, because we're running in the middle of the woods and my sweats don't have pockets. I struggled to get back to my feet. Your suit doesn't have any pockets either. Where's your phone? For anybody who knows people like this, do not be surprised because it happens. I have friends that do this. It's a traumatizing experience for me. So let me know what you guys think. Here it comes. Where else? Minnie pulled her phone from her bra, and I cringed. You know, those were not meant to be used as purses, right? Minnie ignored me and dialed the number like we were in a picnic. Snap. What was that? My head snapped in the noise's directions, and I searched the area. I think it came from over there. Minnie pointed to the woods behind her head. Hurry, Minnie, call the police. I pulled a 9mm from my leg holster and climbed to my feet. Are you serious? Minnie turned around to face me. You can't carry a phone with you, but you're running with a gun? A phone will not save our lives from a killer. I aimed the gun at the tree lines. A couple of bullets will do the trick. Now hurry. We need to work on your priorities, Angie. Oh, hi! She cut my lecture short to focus on the phone. Who is this? So Jamie says, I remember the caller says, these are not holsters for your phone, ladies. So let's be honest, but Mimi does not seem to care. Jamie says she's reminiscing. Everybody seems to remember those days. So yes. So this is one of those things that Angela's dealing with. Like, why are you doing this to me? So here we go. Poor Angela, by the way, because she's still in the middle of this mess. So let's see what happens to my girl. Here we go. And so Mimi has called finally the police. I monitored the trail, paying close attention to the way the trees moved and the sound of the leaves. The place looked deserted, but somebody had killed this poor woman not that long ago, and I refused to be next. Somehow, the survival instincts were great for clearing my nauseous. Hi, Frank. This is Minnie. How are you, sweetie? Minnie listened patiently to whatever Frank was saying on the other line. That is so nice to hear. And how is your mother? Minnie, focus. Dead body here? I pointed to the corpse, hoping Minnie will skip the southern greetings and get to business. Instead, she dismissed me with a wave of her hand. That is great. Please tell her I said hi. Minnie continued her cheery disposition. Well, dear, I'm calling because Angela and I just found a dead body on the running trails by the senior center. There was a pause, and I wondered how the poor officers were processing the information. Sunshine, Texas was a tiny town in Cass County. Even at our peak, our population never reached 500 people. A murder in this town was as big as the Titanic. Dear, I'm pretty sure she's dead. Her face looks like she was used for battering practice, Minnie said, giving the body one quick look. Snap, snap. So quick reading, I usually do lots of urban fantasy, but for this series, Sunshine, Texas does not exist. I needed a place that was small enough that I didn't have to go drive and investigate if it was actually there. So it's one of those, if you've been through Texas, we have enough small towns that is like one traffic light that you can pass very quickly. So while it's not a real place, it is actually Cass County, Israel. So it's in between the city, the main parts of Cass County. So if you can imagine that part. But Sunshine, Texas is not a real place, just in case. And since we are in the middle, salute everyone. Hopefully you guys are enjoying my reading and enjoying Port Angela's disaster. So let's see. Okay, I still like it. It's still pretty good. Should have been cold, but we're going to work on that. So let's go. Snap, snap. There was no doubt somebody was in the woods near us, and it sounded like they were running away. Angela, are you going to chase them? Minnie asked, covering the phone with her hand. No, I replied. Has she lost her mind? I'm going to shoot at them and hope they stop running. Bang, bang. I shot 2 rounds through the sound and waited. Nobody screamed. Nothing crashed on the ground. Maybe it was just a small animal, but I had my doubts. Yes, Frank, we're still here. Minnie was back on the phone. Bad? Oh, nothing. Angela just took a couple shots. We heard suspicious sounds, but it's all calm now. You're sending a patrol car over? That's great. Minnie was a little too calm over this whole situation. If I didn't know any better, I would think she was enjoying herself. But that was ridiculous. There was no time for that. But Minnie B by the phone. This will not end well for me. Of course, we will wait here for the officers. Minnie saluted. It is our civic duty. Minnie switched the phone off and turned towards me. Frank is sending a couple patrol cars, an investigator, and the coroner. I didn't know we had that many law enforcement in Sunshine, I replied. We don't. He's calling them from the surrounding areas. Minnie clapped her hands and walked towards me. Isn't this exciting, dear? Are you kidding me? I replied, holding the urge to shake Minnie to death. You remember, we run an illegal smuggling operations. We can't be involved in this. We have nothing to do with this, Minnie explained. We're 2 innocent bystanders taking actions and helping the police department. I hope they send some cute officers in those tight little uniforms. You are worse than Florence. I rolled my eyes and scanned the air one more time. Besides, officers don't wear tight uniforms. They really should. And you must learn to make the most out of every situation, dear, Minnie said. Like now, we should work on some squads while we wait. We still must focus on our training. If you know one of those people super energized when it comes to training, Minnie has actually hit that point. For her age, Minnie was in great shape and very flexible. She dropped her phone back in her bra and started on her squats. That was disgusting. I made a mental note never to borrow her phone, ever. On a personal note, I would not be keeping my valuables next to my sweaty bras. That was just traumatizing. Are you joining me? Minnie asked. How about I protect you and you do a few squats for me? I replied, looking around the area. Goosebumps covered my arms, and I had this strange feeling we were being watched. I took a deep breath and continued to scan the tree lines. So at this point in time, we have a quick page break, and let's get back to the action because, give us some time. Angela is trying to be as good of a citizen as you can possibly be. Minnie is a little too excited about this whole thing, so she is not dealing very well because unlike her great senior friend, she does understand that she is running an illegal operation. So this is where Angela's at, dealing with the madness that comes with a silver hair gang. So let's go. The blessings of living in a small town with very little going on was that police officers were on site in less than 8 minutes. The sounds of the sirens echo across the trail. Minnie stopped her calisthenics and rearranged her clothes. That was fast. I feel safer already, she told me, holding back her giggles. You are enjoying yourself way too much, I pointed out. As the first officer approached the scene, I put away my weapon. The last thing I needed was to get shot next to a dead body. Hello, ladies. A tall gentleman I have never met made his way in her direction. I'm Detective Johnson. This is my partner, Detective Washington. Detective Johnson was at least 6 feet tall, over 250 pounds in his late 50s, with a nice tan. Next to him, I looked like a dwarf. My 5'6" frame was nothing compared to him. His partner was also tall, but slender, in his 30s. While Johnson had a man-made tan, Washington's chocolate complexion didn't need any artificial help to glow. The detective stares down at us, while Minnie looked like a cat ready to pounce. Hi, I said, pointing at the corpse. Dead body. Could you tell us what happened? Washington asked in his velvety voice. If I had to guess, I would say Johnson played the bad cop and Washington the good one, based on their demeanors. We were training for a 5K. When we took the turn, Angela tripped over the dead body. Minnie didn't wait for me to answer. You're training for a 5K? Johnson asked, looking between me and Minnie. Her idea, I confess, is the annual Sunshine Race for a Cure, and they will crown me queen in my category, Minnie announced. They do queen in racings? Washington asked. I shrugged. I knew as much about a 5K as I did about dead bodies. Sweetie, this is the event of the year, Minnie replied. Sunshine goes all out to show love for his winners. Anything else you can tell us about the dead body? Johnson directed the conversation back to the situation in front of us. We heard noises and Angela, ouch! I kicked Minnie before she finished the sentence. There was no reason to remind the officers I was carrying a gun with me. I was being paranoid, since 90% of the citizens in Sunshine carry guns. But I just found a dead body. Who could blame me? Minnie called for help? Nothing else. I finished her sentence. Can we go now? I would like to get cleaned up. I wiped the dirt from my clothes, but it was hopeless. There were stains all over my shirt. The detectives did a quick look inspection of my attire compared to Minnie's. There was no way to deny it. I need a shower. Please don't leave town in case we have more questions, Johnson told us. Where will we go? We live here, Minnie replied. Washington covered his face, trying to avoid laughing at the comment. Of course you do. Please give one of the officers your information, and ladies, be careful. Johnson pointed at the two detectives on the other side of the trail, securing the area with police tape. I dragged Minnie away before she continued to implicate us in this mess. Miss Minnie, Miss Angela, are you guys okay? Ricky asked. He was the youngest member of the Sunshine Police Department. We're fine, Ricky. Could you give us a ride back to my car? I asked, looking over my shoulder. Do you mind? Ricky asked his partner, Adam. Go for it. Taking the tape from Ricky. We're going to be here for a while. Thank you, Adam, I said as we passed by. We could finish our run, Minnie said with her hands over her hips. Not today, Terminator, I said. I'm covered in leaves and sticks. Let's go home and you can tell everyone all the excitement for this morning. Yes, they will never believe this. The idea of sharing juicy gossip with the girls had Minnie rushing ahead, forcing me to sprint to keep up. Why me? So that was chapter 1 and the Cat Lady. This is a Desperate Cat Lady, book 2 in my Cat Lady series. If you guys have any questions, super fun, super exciting. And by the way, in case you guys are wondering, bunch of quirks and a bunch of sass. So I do write quirky characters. I enjoy fun and exciting things with wild plots, if that makes any sense. So this is straight for everybody who's usually curious because I do tons of magic and tons of exciting. A lot of people always ask me, I don't like fantasy, I don't like magic, what do you have? The Cat Lady 1 and 2, I definitely my choice when people tell me they don't like magic. It's a fun read, definitely perfect for summer if you're looking for it. Book 2 is a murder mystery, book 1 is straight shenanigans and dark comedy. As long as you enjoy some madness going on and some dark comedies, this is a great read. So I would like to say thank you. I was going to, I think next week we will do chapter 2. That way you guys get to meet the rest of the Silver Hair Gang and the fact that poor Angela is stuck in this mess, even though she doesn't want to. So for everybody, the quicker the better. It's usually so much fun. This is definitely a quick read for everyone. This is one of those books that you can just kind of binge read, have an amazing time with it. So it is very, and it's full of sass. It's full of things that, what if this could happen? So yes, the Cat Lady series. And by the way, Angela only has 2 cats. She sounds like it should have a lot more, but it has a little bit of excitement, a little bit of things. It does take in Texas. So this is the part that you get to see Angela dealing with her own morality. I still guns. It has a little twist. It takes you a little bit on the underground world of what ifs. So we'll see what happens. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. Salute everyone. I think we're going to try a cold drink next week because it is kind of warm today and see what we have. But Jamie, this is for you. Love you, honey. Great idea. Now I need to find something else to do with coffee. So if you guys have any recommendations of what we can do with coffee that could be kind of fun, let me know. I am all ears. I can't wait to talk to you guys again. Guys, have an amazing time. Enjoy your Friday. It is Friday still, guys. And I will see you guys again next week. If you guys are on TikTok, make sure to join Jamie and I, because we're going to definitely be here Thursdays chatting before we come back. So Jamie says, oh yes, I'm definitely going to crash. Probably because my drink is definitely going to kick in. So guys, have an amazing time. I love you all, and I will see you guys next Friday. Bye.